Hello Aries, Aries Rising and Aries Moon people. This is your weekly astrological and card horoscope for the week starting March 27th, 2017. And a quick reminder for you guys, you probably already saw it, if you're a subscriber, your monthly astrology horoscopes for April are also up. So you can check those out. They have a playlist of their own on the main channel page. And of course, if you're interested in getting a session with me, you can always follow the links below, or go to integrativemysticism.com. That's how you make an appointment in order. So, what is going on with your astrology this week? Well, in the very beginning of the week, we have some beautiful turns of events in terms of the astrological energies. We've got a new moon in your sign, which is sort of like your birthday new moon. Remember, we covered this in the monthlies, but people want me to also cover the moons in the weeklies as well, so I'm happy to do it. And a new moon in your sign is basically saying here, it's a wild card blessing. What are you trying to get started energetically this week? What seeds do you want to plant that will actually bear fruit and probably substantiate within the next 90 days? You know, is there something that you want to get off the ground, a project that you want to debut? Maybe you want to be investing your money in something. We do have Venus retrograde currently in your sign, but it won't be there for very long, so I don't want you to worry about getting something off the ground. You know, Venus retrograde will be moving at the end of this week, so if you have a new plan to put forward, a new proposal to make, you know, make good on, or to actually get rolling, whether or not she's going to be there, it's a safe time to actually at least get that started. So if you've been kind of holding something on a shelf, it may be time to take it down. We've also got Mars sextile to Neptune at the beginning of the week between your earned income sector and your 12th house. And there could be some unexpected backup coming from somebody in your past. This could be somebody with some extra money. This could be somebody who's bringing you some unexpected backup with a work project you're working on, or even somebody who's trying to maybe even play matchmaker with you and a brand new work opportunity. Because Neptune's in the 12th house, we could also be seeing this somebody working hard on getting you back some kind of compensation that you deserve, or an entitlement that's already in your name. Later on in the week, we've got Jupiter in your 7th house of partnerships forming a square to Pluto in your 10th house of career. And it's going to be a time to pay attention to where you have to stand up to authority in order to be able to succeed at whatever you're trying to pull off, you know, at work, or this could be an authority figure at home. Usually when we have a square between Jupiter and Pluto, it does turn out in our favor, but we have to be okay with calling out somebody who's sort of being large and in charge on something that they're doing incorrectly, something that they're not doing well. You know, deference to authority can be dangerous. You may be thinking, oh no, that's my partner's thing, I'll let it be their thing, or that's my boss's thing, it'll be their thing, or my landlord's thing, it'll be their thing. Later on this week, it may be wise to chime in and, you know, just be brave enough not to submit for the sake of submitting. So what is going on with your cards then, this week? Well, for your spiritual advice, we do have the card of the Oath. Okay, we talk about the Oath card. We're talking about, again, people actually coming forward and living up to their promises, living up to their pledges, and we're talking about real promises here, not expectations. This is the nice thing, okay? So people are going to be, if they've made promises to you for real, not in their heads and not in your head, they will be kind of coming forth and making sure this works in your favor. This could be a week where a lot of people are also coming to you and maybe asking you to fulfill your end of the bargain, but if you have anything outstanding this week, you're also going to notice that people with outstanding obligations to you are finally willing, able, and available to be there, which is really nice. And the Oath card is talking about, again, on one's honor, keeping up one's honor. So don't make any promises you don't intend to keep this week. Don't do lip service, don't do anything that just to make people feel good, but at the same time, enjoy the fact that whatever is put down is kept in the highest regard during this time as well. So it's a very, very nice way to start the week. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work and finances, we've got the Five of Cups reversed. Again, recovery, compensation, payout, payoff. This could even come in the form of something extra that somebody decides that you have earned that you don't even know they want to give you. Because with the Five of Cups reversed, you know, it's one of those things where we kind of get we have a way of recovering from either loss or maybe even getting something back, or maybe getting something that we didn't know we had coming. Okay, and this could be a great thing for those of you who find out you suddenly got a job and you didn't think you got it. You thought you bombed it. You already wrote off that opportunity. Or maybe a boss or a client or a customer wants to pay you a little bit more for services they've already paid you for, just because it's kind of rattled around in their brain a little bit that you've actually put in a lot more. You've put in a lot more time there. You put a lot more energy in there. And again, there may be a sweet spot in that person for you. And the nice thing about the Five of Cups reverse is that it's also, it kind of links back to that astrology, with that Neptune sextile Mars. Somebody from the past, whether it's recent or far, is still going to be, again, backing you up in this way. For your communications with air, when it comes to your friends, your relatives, the others in your life, we do have the Empress card upright. A wonderful card, especially for those of you who are house hunting, for those of you who are perhaps looking to find an opportunity to move, or maybe you're looking for a dream home, or maybe it's not even a long-term thing. Maybe you're looking for a temporary situation, like like maybe a vacation home, or taking a trip for spring break or something like that if you live in the Northern Hemisphere. The Empress card upright says the perfect deal will be struck. We can also see with the Empress card that some kind of new opportunity for you and a family member, or you and a friend, is going to, kind of be set in stone. Something that's going to be securing either financial security, or maybe even just sort of that bond, or a productive bond between two different households. There's sort of like a clan alliance forming this week in some way. The Empress card can also be, I'm going to throw it out there, it's a little bit textbooky, but I thought I would throw it out there just to kind of, let it be there. There could be some news of a pregnancy going on in your, in your midst, around your circle, either in your circle of friends or in your family. There could be an expansion opportunity in your family as well. There may be an opportunity to either A, have a child, or B, even have a pet be put, well, at least as a proposition, be put on the table. So it's a very interesting time for expanding and kind of, again, grounding and planting more roots with all of these important people. For your challenge this week with fire, we do have the Ace of Swords upright. So your challenge this week, Aries, is to, get over the fear or the apprehension of being the initiator. Now, you're an Aries. Usually Aries people aren't afraid of initiating. But nowadays, especially in these crazy 2000s, there's always these little power plays that go on sometimes. I don't want to be the one to reach out. I don't know. And I think that with this week, it's very important to be okay with, kind of spearheading and championing your own cause by being the initiator. The challenge with the Ace of Swords upright could also mean, again, challenging authority. Because sometimes authority doesn't belong in authority. And you've got to remember that authority figures are just people who happen to be where they are, because of, time spent. Yes, they may have a higher education, things like that, but it doesn't make, they may have a degree, they may have spent more time in the company, they may have more seniority, whatever, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're infallible, and it doesn't really reduce the percentage of fallibility in a human being. And I think that with the Ace of Swords and that Jupiter square Pluto, it's important to keep that in mind, because we may be kind of stuck in a bit of deference to authority during this time. And again, a lot of that could be Venus retrograde kind of, hurting the self-confidence there, or just wanting to people-please a bit too much. So your challenge this week is to really kind of, again, don't be afraid to be the initiator. Don't be afraid to be the one to make the first move anywhere. For your emotions with water and your romantic life, we do have the Six of Swords upright. Love could be found on a trip this week for those of you who are doing a bit of traveling, or maybe some of you who are single and looking may just want to, keep an open mind. You may find out that love could be, within your grasp if you are willing to make a little bit of a commute for it. The Six of Swords upright can indicate love coming to you from afar, perhaps even moving into town, or perhaps being in the town you are moving to. If you are indeed planning a move, you may already meet somebody with potential. For those of you who are currently coupled, a trip is still planned. There may be a time for you and your partner to do some traveling, either together or apart. But the interesting thing about this is the return journey is what matters when it comes to you and your sweetheart. Something actually very wonderful is going to happen either together or apart. This may be a time to be apart, because there could be something going on with your sweetheart that needs to be settled on their own. And once they've kind of handled this issue, whether it be professional, family, whatever, or personal, for some reason they're coming back to you a more evolved, changed, and much more, let's just say, connective partner. So that is your horoscope. I hope you enjoyed it, Aries. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And of course, if you'd like to get a session, you can always follow links below, or go to integrativemysticism.com.